Benjamin Franklin once said, "If you would not be forgotten, as soon as you are dead, either write something worth reading or do something worth writing." Today, we're going to sit down with a girl who obviously listened and read Benjamin Franklin's quote because she did something worth writing. She went out in the traditional South African household and created a vegan cookbook. She took her family recipes that she inherited, she put in her own flavor, she turned it into a vegan recipe book, and it's now out there for the world to see. But before we continue, I want you to go and hit that like button, gently hit it, and leave a comment. The YouTube algorithm loves it when you interact with the video. I love it when you interact with the video because that means YouTube is going to share this video with more people. And the more people we can share it with, the more people we can help. That's what we're all about. Helping people, inspiring people, making people's lives better. Go and do it now, and then back to the video. So we're here with Leo's cookbook that she published, and we are very fortunate today to have Leo with us. So thank you for joining us on Coffee with Craig. As you can see, we have all this amazing ingredients with us. So we're going to make a recipe from Leo's cookbook. So I'm very excited to actually do that.
Yeah, me too.
So you obviously grew up in a household in South Africa, which is traditional types of food. And you did something that so many people want to do. They want to leave a legacy, they want to write a book, or they have recipes that are passed down through the ages that they want to pass on to someone else. And you've actually gone and done it. So I'm very proud of you. So well done for actually doing that. And I'm excited to see us actually cooking today. So I'm a little bit scared, but I'm excited.
I picked an easy one for you, I promise.
Okay, so we'll see. But yeah, thank you for joining us. And just starting off, I mean, why vegan?
So I went vegan 7 years ago. Initially, I watched a documentary by accident called Earthlings, and I cried my eyes out and I went pescatarian for a year and a half. And then I came across a very popular campaign called Veganuary. I'm sure you've heard about it as well. And I decided to do that for the month of January. Felt so amazing, so healthy and full of energy. Decided to stay vegan a little bit longer.
Okay.
Now, as you said, I come from a very traditional family. I'm Afrikaans, so my family is very Afrikaans. So when I woke up on the 1st of February and I told my dad that I'm going to stay vegan, it did not go down that well. They didn't know what to expect.
And I think that's why you made a cookbook.
That is exactly why I brought out the cookbook, just to explain to people what veganism is, to show them that it is not weird, and also just to share what I've learned over the past 7 years, to share my recipes. Yeah, I still wanted to eat with my family and my friends. I still wanted to braai. My family braais 3 times a week, so didn't want to miss out just because I changed my diet. So I decided to take my family recipes, veganize it, put it all together, and then eventually through work and cooking, the cookbook came about.
It's all come together.
Yeah.
Okay, that's amazing. So Leo, I'm sure a lot of people are thinking, vegan? Oh, I don't know if I want to go vegan.
Yeah.
I want to know from your side, I mean, is being vegan actually healthy? And a lot of people think it's going to be really expensive if I'm going to make something from a vegan cookbook. I mean, is this going to be expensive? What are we going to be doing today?
So I get those questions all the time. On the health note, you have to live a healthy, balanced lifestyle. So remember that Oreos and slap chips and sugar, it's still vegan. Coke is vegan. So if you're going to live, you're sorted, diet sorted.
Oreos and Coke.
Carb up. No, so if you're going to live on slap chips and Coke, then you're not going to be very healthy.
Yeah.
But obviously, if you are going to eat a whole food, plant-based diet, then it is one of the healthiest diets that you can follow.
Okay.
So the study show, yes.
And what about from a pricing point of view?
Again, if you're going to eat luxury products like cheese, on a normal diet, cheese, meat, milk, those type of things are your more expensive products. So if you cut out your luxury items, so you go back to the basics, then it's a lot cheaper. But if you are going to eat your vegan cheeses and expensive vegan milks and expensive vegan transitional foods, then it might get expensive.
Okay.
On that note, a lot of the alternatives are on par with the prices of everyday products. So the meat alternatives, for example, a box of chicken style nuggets are the same.
You said cutting out of things, and you said cutting out of meat. How do you get protein into your diet?
You know that vegans hate answering that question. It's the one that we get all the time. Most fruits and veggies give you all the protein that you need. You get 18 grams of protein in 100 grams of legumes, which is more than 100 grams of meat that you would get. Yeah. But you're an athlete, I'm an athlete as well, and every now and again we do want to up the protein a little bit. So then you just use vegan protein powders. And that's actually why we're doing this recipe today. I want to show you that you can still eat something that's tasty and high protein and vegan. So we're going to make flapjacks.
tasty vegan food.
Yes, you don't have to eat cardboard patties. You don't have to live on celery sticks alone.
Okay.
You can have your flapjacks and eat it.
Okay, flapjacks. Okay, I'm excited. So let's do it. We take a short break from cooking for me to talk to you because A, it's story time, because what is Coffee with Craig without teaching through stories? But we have a winner that we're going to announce at the end of this video. When I think of legacy, I think about that infamous gangster who was the head of the mob in the early 1900s. Yes, Al Capone. Al Capone was a terrible person, but he put people around him to protect him. One of those people was his lawyer, Easy Eddie. Easy Eddie was so good that he kept Al Capone out of all the trouble that he was getting into. But Easy Eddie realized he got caught up in this lifestyle and he wasn't setting a good example for his son. And he really wanted to set a good example and leave a legacy behind. So what he did was he went to the authorities and he turned in Al Capone. Yes, you can guess what happened. Easy Eddie was murdered within a year. Fast forward to World War II. Lieutenant Commander Butcher Hare was a fighter pilot and he found himself in a battle where he ran out of gas. He had to turn around and go back to base, where he found himself amongst a whole lot of Japanese pilots and he knew it was battle time. So he did what he did best and he fought off those Japanese soldiers and he protected the naval base. A year later, he found himself in battle once again and he had to sacrifice himself and he passed away. Because of the courage that Butch showed, he became the naval first officer to win the Congress Medal of Honor. He did such a good job that his hometown even named the international airport after him. Yes, O'Hare International Airport in Chicago is named after Butch O'Hare and what he did as a pilot. And he learned what to do because his dad did the right thing. His dad being the lawyer of Al Capone, Easy Eddie. And that legacy that got passed on was passed on for doing the right thing. And not only leaving a legacy, but living a legacy. And that's what you need to do. You need to live with passion and do what's right for you. Because if you do that, you will inspire others to live a great life. Back to the show.
So, as you can see, it was super tasty and super easy to cook vegan.
It was, yes.
And it can be healthy, but it can also be a little bit luxurious and indulgent.
It's almost like junk food in a way. So
exactly.
It's not just vegetables and fruits, you can have some fun with it.
Yeah, exactly. So, if anyone does have any questions for me about veganism or about this recipe, then please feel free to reach out. It's why I created the book, is to teach people more about veganism. I do have a website where a lot of these recipes are on, leozette.com, or on social media as well. I'm always willing to help and share recipes.
Great. So if you want to live a life that's worth remembering and you can write it down, go out and do it. I want you to leave a legacy. I want you to be remembered. But remember, you can live that legacy. Leo's living the legacy right now. Her whole environment is all about veganism. She hasn't only written the book, she's living it. She is vegan, she's eating vegan, she's inspiring other vegans, and hopefully this video will inspire you to go out and not only leave a legacy, but live a legacy.